Ever wondered how NASA builds rockets so fast? What if I told you it's not only full-sized engineers working on them, hidden behind the massive steel panels are tiny workers, each no bigger than your thumb, welding, painting, and adjusting every bolt. They move with precision, climb giant ladders, and carry tools twice their size, whether it's real or just an internet legend. This footage will make you rethink what's possible in space construction. NASA's newest rocket stands tall in the hangar, ready for the stars. But look closer, something unusual is happening. Scurrying across the colossal surface are workers so small you could fit 10 in your hand. They sand giant panels, polish the NASA logo, and inspect fuel lines bigger than their homes. The scale is mind-bending, yet their dedication is unmatched. Could they really be NASA's secret weapon for faster missions? You've seen NASA's rockets before, but not like this. Underneath the shadow of the towering booster, a crew of tiny workers is hard at work. They haul bolts the size of barrels, climb cables like skyscrapers, and check systems with pinpoint accuracy. Every move is a battle against scale, but they work as if the universe depends on it. Maybe it actually does, because the countdown clock is already ticking. The Artemis program is NASA's biggest leap toward the moon in decades. But here's what they're not telling you. While massive machines assemble the bulk, miniature workers are tackling the details. They patch small cracks, weld fine joints, and clean hard-to-reach spots. No camera crew was meant to see them. Yet, here's the footage proving they exist. Coincidence? Or the ultimate hidden workforce? In a world of big dreams and even bigger rockets, NASA may have found a small solution. Tucked between towering panels are workers the size of action figures, focused on every detail. They're not robots, at least they don't look like it. They carry wrenches longer than their bodies, navigate enormous scaffolding, and work with unmatched speed. If they're real, they might just change space travel forever. The hangar is buzzing! Engineers rush, machines roar, and in the middle of it all, a tiny crew quietly works on NASA's latest rocket. They're so small, most people would miss them. Yet they tighten vital bolts, inspect massive engines, and repaint scuffed panels. Nobody knows where they came from, but their craftsmanship is flawless. Are they the reason this rocket will launch ahead of schedule? Imagine looking up at NASA's newest rocket and spotting movement tiny figures scaling the booster. Each one is barely 2 inches tall, yet they carry out critical tasks with perfect precision. They work in teams, balancing on cables, brushing paint across areas larger than football fields. In their perspective, the question isn't just who they are, but how long they've been working among us, unnoticed. NASA's launch schedule is tight, and delays can cost millions. But this time, progress is ahead of plan. Some say it's because of cutting-edge tech. Others whisper about a tiny team working inside the rocket's towering frame. They don't take breaks, they don't make mistakes, and they seem to move faster than humanly possible. If they're real, they might be NASA's ultimate advantage. The camera pans up the massive rocket. At first, you think you're looking at bolts and cables. Then, one of them moves. It's a worker so small, he could hide inside a coffee mug. He signals to another, and suddenly you realize dozens are working together. They leap between beams, secure loose wires, and vanish into crevices. This isn't sci-fi, it's happening right now in NASA's hangar. The camera pans up the massive rocket. At first, you think you're looking at bolts and cables. Then, one of them moves. It's a worker so small, he could hide inside a coffee mug. He signals to another, and suddenly you realize dozens are working together. They leap between beams, secure loose wires, and vanish into crevices. This isn't sci-fi, it's happening right now in NASA's hangar. From a distance, NASA's rocket looks like a smooth tower of steel. Up close, it's alive with movement tiny figures, welding, painting, and inspecting every inch. They move with the precision of machines, but the creativity of humans. Some believe they're part of a top-secret program. Others think it's an elaborate hoax. Either way, the footage is impossible to ignore. From a distance, NASA's rocket looks like a smooth tower of steel. Up close, it's alive with movement, tiny figures, welding, painting, and inspecting every inch. They move with the precision of machines, but the creativity of humans. Some believe they're part of a top-secret program. Others think it's an elaborate hoax. Either way, the footage is impossible to ignore.